It says I am live. I've just come down to a bit of packaging. From our last eBay Live stream where we sold, hang on, I'm going to move around here. It's a tip in here. I can barely move because I've been outsourcing packing supplies. All of that down there as well. And I haven't properly put it away. So can't move. If you're watching, say hello. Let me know somebody's in. I have laid out some of the stock that needs packaging up on here in order. As in order that the order we sold it in the live stream. There's all of the lots are numbered. I'm just trying to find something to perch you on. There we go. On a stack of books. Good evening. Say hi. Oh, there we go. I can see people. Beastie Boy. Hello. Lee. Hello, mate. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm good. Hope you are. Phil. Anthony, Tara. Hello, everybody. Right. This is the thingy we have our phone in these days to go live. It's right in the way. So we ran 50 lots of crafting stuff and sold it all. It was the usual, you know. Some things didn't go for much. Some things went for way more than we expected. All in all, we were chuffed, very chuffed. It was a good show, and people really enjoyed it. That's half the battle, I think. If you can keep people engaged and people enjoy it, they come back again. That's the key with this: building an audience, building a community. That word. But yeah, it's working. I bought half of it. You bought a fair bit. I don't think I have yet taken all of your stuff out of this. I think some of this will be yours, Tara. Whew. Yeah, it's been one of those days. It's been a good day, but just lots going on. We've been messaging the plumber, making final decisions, final decisions on all the fixtures and fittings for the bathroom. Oh my God, the expense of things. Because we want the Victorian look, you know, the shower, the whole shower thing we've just gone for that fits inside. The back of our bathroom will be one big walk-in shower with this Victorian styled shower in it. That's best part of 700 quid just for the thingamajig. Ah, nightmare. Right. Excuse me. I'm going to perch my laptop on something. Oh, that's a nice size box. Yeah, been outsourcing lots of packaging again because I keep running out. Funnily enough, when you sell 50 things a show, you notice it in your packing supplies pretty quick. Okay, so where are we? Buyer. It says Ian. It says Ian Lane on here, but that's you, Tara. Only six things. Right, I could actually, let's start at the top. Don't confuse yourself, Nick. Oh yeah, wool. I found that before. So we did have loads and loads and loads of wool. We have now sold all of it. That bag full was the last to go. But I need a kind of medium size box for that. Can you tell where I get my packing supplies from? I get quite a lot of it from Pets at Home. Right, let's see what people are saying. Just watched your video with the gentleman marketeer. Yes, we were catching up really with Simon. You think we do a lot of eBay Live? Simon's like next level. His whole business has transformed. I mean, ours kind of has as well, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, he's quite an inspiration to us these days. And it's good to have somebody, you know, that we know really well and we class as a friend to talk about live with. There's not that many people doing it yet, so it's good. And also Faye and Simon, who we know very well, you know, it's a shared experience, this, and we're all learning as we go, making it up as we go along. Right, so all of this wool, I think that's the only lot this buyer bought. Yeah. Bits of dust and all sorts on it. Right, so 2 more. Right, so that's about right. We'll just seal that up. I'll put a little note in. Hold on, I'm not organised yet. Everything's in a bit of a mess. I feel like I've said that before. That is normality with me. So yeah, I was saying before, busy day. We've been sorting out details for the plumber. We've also arranged. It's a year since we had the new heating system put in. Well, the new boiler system. So that's already needing its first service. So we've arranged that today. Went to the pub and saw some friends. Because I knew I was going to do this. I haven't had a drink this evening. Right, who's this going to? Yeah, one order. Teresa. Okay. I also filled my old Ford up with garden waste because that car's getting scrapped now. It's at the end of its life. So I'm making a mess of it by putting all the garden waste in it. So I'm doing a dump run tomorrow. I've got to go to the tip. The car is absolutely rammed. And I've been doing work in the front garden. So all the waste from the front garden's in the car. So we did that today. I say we, I did that today. What am I doing? Right, many thanks. There we go. Little card, pop in there. Tape. Oh, I ran out of tape as well. Had to buy emergency tape. But my replenishments have now turned up. So I now have lots and lots of lovely tape, which I need. Right, let's catch up. Thomas. Hi, Nick. It's Thomas. Sorry if I've not been watching for a while. Had a lot going on. That's fine, mate. We've had a lot going on as well. I've not actually put out much YouTube content, not my regular stuff. I've been doing a fair bit of this live streaming because I don't have to think about it. I just go live. No editing, no planning, no anything. Because I'll be brutally honest, my head is full of planning the next show, packing all the stuff from the previous show. It's a lot. And that's not a complaint. That's genuinely not a complaint. We are also loving it. I was talking, we took Jeff out for a walk. We'd taken him out late because it's so much cooler at the moment. We were walking down on the seafront and talking about the fact that we both feel mentally exhausted at the moment. I think it's because our whole business has changed, and change is stressful and exhausting. At least it is for a very set in his ways 50+ person. So I think we're both feeling it. Hey, William. Evening, Nick. How are you? Just been listing loads more clothing, selling loads of it. Good for you. Nice one. Evening, Nick. We've done our third whatnot. Oh, hello. How are you? I'm glad that's going. Is it going well? Now got accepted for eBay Live. Brilliant. What are your thoughts on both? We haven't done whatnot for so long. It feels like a lifetime ago. Very similar, really, in experience. Yeah, not much difference. If you've done whatnot and you were comfortable with live selling, you'll take to eBay Live, no problem. We found eBay Live quite, it's not intuitive how you set up a show, but after a couple you'll get to grips with it. Let me get to the end of the chat and I'll do the label for this. Oh, it's Tony. My brain, whilst I was talking, was trying to remember how it through the lens is. It's Tony and Jill, isn't it? Nice to watch you again, says Thomas. Need to catch up. Been struggling with my mental health. I feel you, mate. Yeah, we've all been there. If you ever need someone to talk to, just reach out to me on Instagram. What a horrible sticky night. It's about right down here now. It's quite nice. I might even open the back door. That's Ali. Evening all. Hope you all had a great day. Good to see you. That's Concord. Had a problem with Every lately. Managed to lose a parcel that should have got to buy only 2 weeks ago. It happens. You just have to chalk it up to experience and move on. It just happens, unfortunately. You should be able to make a claim though. Great to see another packing video, says Ian. Can't sleep, it's too hot. Recovering from cataract surgery. Crumbs. Wow, I hope you recover quick then. Cool t-shirt. Where did you get it? I got this from a car boot sale when we were visiting Zahir and Beck up near, they live up near Blackpool. Boot North. It's got a whole load of like dates on the back, as if Yoda was touring as a DJ. Right, okay, I'm going to get the label for this. I need my scales. So the wool, those few balls of wool, that was the last of it, went for £10 plus post. We've been really pleased with the wool. We sold like maybe 5 lots of it, 10 or more balls at a time. And I think it all averaged at about £1 a ball. So roughly in each lot. So we did really well out of that. Right, it's just over a kilo. Right, there up to 2 kilos. That goes Yodel. Yeah, so until we manage to source some more, we won't have any wool. Right, so that's done. Oh, it's going to the Isle of Wight. Friends of ours go to the Isle of Wight a lot. And they've booked themselves at a really fancy place. And they've offered us to go and stay with them there. But I don't know if it's going to work out dates-wise. But I've never been. So it would be nice. We've also booked to go and stay in north coast of Norfolk. We're going to visit friends we have up there, and some of the friends we have there are coming to stay with us in the Airbnb because it's got 2 rooms and there's only 2 of us going. Ellen's not coming; she's got to work. So they get a free. I think they're just staying one night actually, but they get a free night stay out of it. We thought that was nice to offer. Right, done. So let's do, I'm going to go through and do all the individual orders. That's how I like to do it. Oh, blimey, most people bought multiples by the look of it. That's your stuff, Tara. 6 orders. This one has 3. This person has 3. They have 2. This person has 1. Right, let's do that one. That is number 23. 23. 26. 24. 22. 23. Word search colouring books. Going to Jane. £4 plus post, £8 all in. So that doesn't need a whole lot of packaging. I might just give it a card wrap and then put it in a poly mailer. Unless I have a handy sized box. They're brand new, so I don't want them to get the corners bent up or anything. Let's find a bit of card. Oh yeah, the middle of that box would be right. If I cut these edges off, something like that, we will have the card the right width. Not doing a good job of this though, it's a bit wonky. So now I can just wrap this around here and protect it. All right, let's get my post-it note off. There we go. That will do the job. So then I just need to slide that into something like that and we'll be there. Right. Alex, hello. Jason, hello. Do you remember me, Nick, from the quizzes? Of course I do. Yeah, you have incredible knowledge. Wasn't it you're very good at the music, particularly dates, from what I recall, or was that somebody else? Yeah, I missed the whole quiz thing. That was fun. We do it these days, but we do little quizzes with friends. We live stream with a whole bunch of friends, and we take turns in setting up a quiz and running it for everybody else. I managed to win the last one, which was, I don't win very often, I'll be honest. Yeah, we do themed ones. I did a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire quiz last time I ran it. That was really funny. Good fun. Oh, I didn't put my note in. Too late. Right, so that's going to be under a kilo by a long way. 577 grams. That will be £2.69 to send, I think. Right. Come on, computer, do something. There we go. Hey Nick, what thermal printer do you use? I currently use a Munbin. We made a video for them. I don't know, when we were still in Norfolk, a year and a half ago, something like that. Oh, here's the box. Look. That's the company. They make wireless thermal printers. Yeah, and I genuinely think they're really good. For years and years, I used, you can't quite see it, it's next to the record player, a Zebra, but I'm going to sell that now because I was keeping it as a backup, but I think it's just going to sit there getting unused. So I don't know why I'm showing you that. Yeah, Munbin we use now. Right, that's done. Oh, annoyed I forgot my little thank you in that. I've had stuff going down to the Isle of Wight lately. A lot of it seems to be going across the south from Devon over to Kent areas. I think it's quite remarkable, really, how far they're going. Well, if you're selling on eBay, it will go all over the place. We regularly sell to America, Australia, all over the UK. Martin, struggling with eBay month on month, down around 50%. Vinted increased around 70%. Still listing and trying, being on eBay over 20 years, getting tougher. Any tips? We're in our own little eBay live bubble now. My listing on our main core store on eBay has dropped off a cliff. So our normal sales have followed suit. So now we are just pushing eBay live to see how long we can sustain that. We're doing 50 items in a show and selling everything. So this stuff, for example, tonight, we did a craft show and did £340 in an hour or so. So that's what we're doing. But I've heard a lot of people saying they're struggling on eBay. I think it's a combination of Vinted. I mean, you said it right there. Your sales on Vinted are up massively, and on eBay are down. So is that the simple correlation? There's also the cost of living. But if Vinted's doing so well, is that really what's going on? And then people keep saying, is eBay Live having effect? Are people spending their money on eBay in live shows? I don't think it's having that massive an effect yet, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I wish I had all the answers. Yes, that's you, Thomas. Yeah, you have incredible music knowledge. I must be turning into a night owl. That is faceless vintage. True Rarities, hello. Your shirt's so cool it is. Thank you. Right, let's catch up in the chat and we'll pack something else. Did you source a sink yet, Nick? If not, we have a round sink going to be available around the 5th of October when they start Mum's wet room work. We have changed our mind. We went looking. Andrea put a video out when we were out looking again for. We wanted a vintage Victorian piece of furniture to mount a more modern sink on. We've scrapped it. We scrapped the idea. It was just causing headache after headache. We're going for a Victorian style attached to the wall floating sink. And we're going to put a great big vintage piece of furniture in, like to house all of our bathroom gubbins. We think with a large piece of Victorian Edwardian furniture in there and the green Victorian tiles we're going for, that will be nod enough to get the Victorian feel. And all the fixtures and fittings will be Victorian inspired. But yeah, so we've made those decisions now on sink and toilet and everything. But thank you for thinking of us. Who was that? Concord. I rock a Munbin printer as well. Many people do. They're good, aren't they? I will email you to get a link to that if it is okay. If you search, I don't know, we made a standalone video or whether it was a clip in a video. I think when we promoted them, they were just little inserts inside videos. I was going to say you can just search for it and there'll be a link where we get a kickback. They're on Amazon. If you search Munbin wireless thermal printer, you'll find it on Amazon. It's just jumped. I've lost the chat. I'm pissed up eating strawberry laces. Well, if you can, why not? Hi, Liam. Hi, Nick. Advice, please. I have received a negative feedback response. However, the actual comments were all really, can I get this changed or looked at? Right. What I'd suggest was message them and see if you can sort out the problem, and then ask them to revise the feedback. If they're asking you a question through feedback, they're not using feedback correctly. So I would approach them first, have a conversation, say, what's the issue? Can I sort it out for you? If you can, then say, look, you've left me negative feedback. Can you go in and change that? And if that doesn't work, or they won't change it for you, contact eBay, show them the conversation you've had, and they should take it down anyway. Hope that makes sense. Andy, my sales on eBay are okay. Excellent. Pretty much same as usual for this time of year. Interesting, isn't it? A lot of people are saying they're struggling. I'd like a mid-century modern sideboard. Ridiculous prices they are nowadays. Yeah, you need to go back like 20, 30 years to pick one up. Wow, so much chat. I'm not going to get any packing done. Okay, did you think about a Belfast sink, Nick? We looked at lots and lots of sinks. And in the end, what swung it for me is we've got a relatively small bathroom. It's not tiny, but it's not large. And we're using the whole back of it for a walk-in shower. And we're putting a bath in up one side. So when we saw these like kind of floating, so it's attached to the wall and then it floats, so you can see the floor. And we're putting in a Victorian style tile lino. The more that you can see, the bigger the room's going to feel. That was the clincher for me with not putting a big piece of furniture in. There was some logic in there, honest. Sold a beat 1970s pizza place paper menu today, $70, 6 hours after listing. Lovely. Paid for on Whatnot. Awesome. Our eBay has died. Live is so much more interactive. Yes, Tony here. Not tried selling anything expensive, but £5 stuff sells on live. Yes, we've been experimenting, you're probably aware, with all sorts of stuff. We've tried higher value stuff, and 9 times out of 10, we're getting there or thereabouts what we want for it. Sometimes beyond. But it is that sweet spot of £5 to £10 items. They just fly out one after the other. And in an hour, you can do, 50 items. It soon adds up. If you can get the stock cheap enough and turn it over that quickly, it works. But even the expensive stuff, like when I was selling video game consoles, they were selling for 50 quid, 70 quid. It worked, but it was a bit nerve-wracking, I'll be honest, selling that sort of stuff. Right, I'm going to try and read a few more, but I must do some work. I remember your chats with Rod. Yeah, I still chat to Rod now and again. He doesn't really put himself out there on YouTube so much these days. Yeah, nice chat. Evening, Nick. Just tuning in on my lunch break. Lunch break? Are you in Australia? America? Where are you? Anybody Doctor Who fans? My wife and daughter are, not particularly me. Best time to work, Nick. Good thinking in the heat. Well, this is my normal. But it is nice this time of year. I was useless today. It was so hot. When I cleared the back garden and the front and put it all in the car to dump it tomorrow, I was sweating buckets within minutes. That's too much information, I know, but it was awful. Right, I'm going to do another order. Otherwise, I'll just chat to you lot and not get any work done. Right, who's bought one thing? This person. Lee has bought number 32. 28. 29. 35, 36. Oh, well, that's good, isn't it? My system's already broken down. Where's 32? Or maybe I haven't found 32 yet. I do have another box full of stuff. 28, 31, 32. Here we go. Paper Airplanes book. That went for £9 total. So a £5 plus post for a book. Yeah. I'm going to click on it and double check. Hang on. No. That's the wrong thing. What am I doing here? No. That went for... Oh, I'm doing it. I messed this up. He's bought two things. Okay. So that went for £9 on its own because he'd already bought something. So he has bought two things. Yeah, Lee. Okay. The other thing is number 29. That is a pencil case filled with these cool little animal rubbers. Or erasers, I should say. I'm going to click on them and just double check, but I think they're all right, all numbered. In the back, like the actual, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So at the back, yeah, you have the actual sheets with all the folds. That's the Paper Airplanes book, and this should be that. So, okay, two items then. This should be the rub. Censor some of the words. Right, we're off. So you get all, however many I just said. Did I say 15? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14, I think. That works. I put one back in. 15. So it is 15. Yeah. So 1, 2, we will combine those together. So total pay £14 plus 4, so £18 for the two items. Get postage label. Select both, combine. Right. Put some padding in there. Oh, I've got loads more of this. These are basically like huge bags. I think they come, furniture and stuff comes wrapped in it, or maybe clothing or something big, but it's only going to waste. So I just grab it all and use it as void fill. It's perfect. I can also wrap things in it and then wrap it round it. Does the job. There you go then. Lay that in there. Chuck that in there and then pad around it. It is so easy to get void fill. Well, now we live in more of an urban area, it is. When we were in Norfolk, miles from anywhere, I had to travel quite far to get void fill. I haven't bought any void fill for probably 18 months. Right, let's put a note in, say hello to, who is it? Lee. Pen. Who's nicked my pen? Which one of you lot? There it is. Job done. There we go. We plan to get bespoke little leaflets made up that we can just sign many thanks at the bottom with a QR to our scheduled shows page and a QR to our YouTube channels, and just get a few thousand of those printed. Because although, while this is very nice, I run out of these thank you cards so quick. When I'm picking them up for pennies, you know, when we're at the boot sale or anywhere, I just can't keep up with it at the moment. So we need something more that I can sustain easier. Plus, it would be nice to have those links on it. And we could do a coupon, like a 10% off our main store as well for buyers. I'm basically nicking Simon's idea. That's what he does. Right, nearly done. And we can send those away. I will dip in the chat again in a minute. Oh, it's starting to get really warm down here again now. Might have to open the back door. That is 1309 grams. Now, does that qualify as a small parcel? I bet it does. Yep. So that will actually go Royal Mail tracked 48 because it's cheaper. And paid. Right. Just print this and I'll read the chat again. My labels have nearly run out. Need to change the roll soon. Right. I am so far behind. Right, bring you closer. Can't see. Wow, there's so much chat. Negative feedback received on a new account buyer. Frustrating. They hadn't bothered to contact me for amicable resolution. Only 98 tiles as opposed to 100. That's annoying, isn't it? Pretty busy on eBay, but it's the first time I've been feeding the beast new listings in a while. That will do it, won't it? Have contacted buyer with proposed resolution. The negative feedback has a bigger impact to the business than the loss of the sale costs of item. I wouldn't stress too much about the odd one here and there. I don't think it impacts it that much, depending, I suppose, how many overall you've got. I mean, I don't know what we've got currently on ours. It kind of resets after a year, doesn't it? Let's have a look, see if I can find. I don't even know. I don't really pay a lot of attention anymore. Oh, eBay says it's not you, it's us. eBay's down. That's helpful. Let's see if I can get into the summary. Oh, no, it wants me to sign in. What? Go on then. Now it wants to text me. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, you might not be you. Let me send you a text. I don't even have my phone down here. I'm going to have to get it to text me because I've got to get back into it to carry on shipping orders. Oh, that was... Oh. Is my phone not down here? No. Right. I'm going to run upstairs and get my phone. I'm going to leave somebody in charge. Is there anybody sensible in? Renee, look after the place. Don't let this lot wreck it. I'll be back in a sec. Just going to run up to the house. Okay. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right, I'm back. Stop whatever you're doing. Right, text me. Got to get back into eBay now. Doesn't believe I'm who I say I am. Ding. All right, we're back in. All I wanted to do was see how many negatives we currently got. Right. Summary. Does that give us a thing? My eBay. Where can I see that number? There we go. 27,660. How do I see the breakdown? Oh, we've got one negative from the last 12 months. And we've got 5 neutral from the last 12 months. But I don't think I need to worry about that. Anyway, do you resell fans? If we have any in, we sold some fans, some little fans in an eBay Live. Sold quite a few bits the last couple of weeks, which is good. I've loads of great feedback, which is nice. Listed some nice men's shirts and women's dresses. You've got it all going on, William. Just starting my YouTube reseller channel and moving to TikTok too. I tried TikTok, but I don't know. I can only really focus on a handful of things. So, and I'm barely putting much content out on here. Charity shops are becoming unaffordable. Used to spend around $300 a month in one store. New manager, all gold ticket items, £55 Star Wars figures. Yeah. You have to hunt out reasonably priced charities these days. Yeah, something's a little bit broken, I think, in the charity sector. There's so many closures, yet we know places that do it right, and they are doing really well. When I say do it right, they're not too greedy. I think that there's a point where you can push it too far and you just lose your core customers. That's my opinion. And core customers are the general public who want a bargain, but they are also resellers, and charities need to be aware of that. A lot of charities are doing eBay and in big scale though now. And I saw Bernardo's on eBay Live last night, and I think it was St. Peter's Hospice or something were on tonight. So yeah, they've got to make the money somewhere. Thankfully, we've got air conditioning. Ah, nice. Liam, could you check my variation listings to see if it's up to par? I don't know. If all of your options are there that you want, then that's good enough, right? As long as you've got all the options and the drop-down menu works, you've done it right. I'm not sure what I can tell you, really. eBay Live is lethal. I keep buying. It's coming in faster than it's going out. It is a bit addictive. Hi, Nick. I keep trying to watch your eBay Live, but I can't access it. I just get a blank screen for all sellers, not just you. That has to be a problem at your end then, because people are watching our streams. They are going out. I don't know what to tell you, Cass. That's so annoying. Several years ago, I ended up with about a ton of sheets of grease-proof paper. I've got void fill for life. Wow. Vistaprint do good deals on... Oh, it just jumped. Where were we? Hang on, Phil. Good deals on A6 cards, etc. Yeah, we wouldn't necessarily need it on card. Just a little leaflet to pop in that we can write a little note on if we want to. That dinosaur is so cute. What dinosaur? Oh, that's Yoda. If that's what you mean. Yeah. If you mean that, that's Yoda. Nick, do you log every item, cost and sale with net profit? Nope. You don't need to. We do the bare minimum that's required by law for tax. All of our expenses within the business and every income, everything that comes in. So we keep accurate records of everything in, everything out. Taxman doesn't care how much profit I made on that bag of crafting stuff. As long as I logged the expense of that and I've logged how much I sold it for whenever it sells, I'm done. But do not take tax advice from me. You need to speak to somebody who's an expert. I do not give advice on anything like that. I'm not qualified to. Right, I'm going to have to package something. I am keeping an eye on it. I know I'm behind. Okay, right, let's find another thing to package. So the trouble with going live, I love the social interaction, but it means I get about a quarter of the work done I would normally get done. That's the problem. Right, let's have a look. So I just did someone who had 2 orders. See if I can find someone who's got 1. They have 2. Right, Elizabeth has 1. That is number 19. That might not be on the table. The table stuff looks like it starts at 20. What is it? Let's click on it. Look at the video receipt. Oh, it's them. Got that picture in there. It's a whole lot. I can see them. It's a whole bag full of keyring blanks. I mean, they do have pictures in, but you can put your own pictures in and make your own keyrings up. So that has sold. I don't think we've got a lot for that at all. Let's have a look. Yeah, £3 plus the postage, 7 all in, but that would owe us practically nothing. So we'll get that shipped. Just needs a little box. I think that'll work. Oh, gosh. Right, I'm not even going to fit one of these cards in there, I'm afraid. So Liz, who is a repeat buyer, if you happen to be watching this back and you're a viewer, I apologise, but my cards won't even fit in a box that small. I'll send you a thank you note next time. With the 6x4 labels as well, when you do little packages, it can be tricky to get the barcode readable. You have to be careful which orientation you do. You can't really wrap the barcode around a corner. Right, let's get a label for that. What? Your ship from address is in the United Kingdom. Yes. Oh, it says I'm on eBay. What on earth is going on here? I was on ebay.com for some unknown reason. What is going on tonight? Right, I've got to find that order again now. Right. Who was it? It was this one, number 19. Yes, get postage label. Now we're on .co.uk. A small parcel up to 1 kilo. By label. Right. Oh, I had an inquiry. I was supposed to message somebody back about they want to buy a bookshelf thing. Oh, I keep forgetting to do that. Right, and print. My eBay listing tool on PC has been effed for a few days. That does sound annoying. Sometimes I get boxes from local supermarkets. They usually have loads of, wine boxes are great. It's my iPad that refuses to access eBay Live, probably for the best. It might be that it's outdated, or you need to update the operating system on it. It could be as simple as that. Right, what I was talking about with barcodes is sometimes with a small box, I mean, this will be fine, actually. It's just about wide enough to put that way. But what you don't want to do is stick it on so the barcode goes around the corner, because that could easily mess it up. Anyway, we're done. I can't watch eBay Live on my Android phone because it's a little older, but I can, thankfully, on my iPad. Trouble is, lately with all this heat, I keep falling asleep at about 4 and missing. Oh dear. Pick me. Oh no, my dream job. Was that when I went upstairs? I'm so far behind. Haha, I'm in charge. What's the saying about the inmates being in charge of the asylum? I reported some listings of fake electricals to eBay today. Apparently a Dyson fan with Chinese instructions isn't against eBay policy. Interesting. I've had genuine stuff with receipts removed. That's so annoying, that sort of thing. Wow, so much chat. We're quite lucky as we have one charity shop that's a pound store and one or two others that have pound rails. So I get a lot of my resale stuff from them. Sounds good. Is it okay chatting with you because I'm not an eBay seller? Of course it is. I don't gatekeep this. This is just me doing my thing. I am happy to talk to anybody, Thomas. Absolutely. I mean, you've been following us for years, mate, of course. Okay, let's find somebody else who just bought one thing. So it's a simple packing job. Here's somebody who bought 7. Martin, 7 lots. Karen bought 2. Dawn, 1 lot. Here we go. Let's do that. What is it? Number 47. That should be right here. Knitting needles. Now, do I have a long, thin box? Oh, maybe I do. Oh, I don't think it's quite long enough. No. Failed. That would do. I mean, it's overkill, but that would do it. Have a quick look for something else. I mean, I could spread them out flat in there. Is that a bad idea? Yeah, it is. Let's just do this. We can cut the box down if it looks a bit ridiculous, or just wrap them up in a load of this stuff that I get locally and void fill it. Let's do that. Right. Got a bit of that in the bottom. That in there. And a bit more of that in the top. There we go. Right, let's say hello to Dawn. Okay, so get postage label. That goes in there. And we're pretty much done. That should easily be under a kilo, which it is. There we go. I think that's good enough. I reckon that's going to be 525 grams. Ooh, 578. Okay, so there, buy postage. Knitting needles are off to Redcar. Where's Redcar? I don't know. Does anybody actually think it's coming home? Yeah, I'd like to think so, but watching France play, certainly the last couple of games, I don't know. I mean, it's possible. We're still in it, put it that way. Oh, it's just jumped. I've just missed a whole load of chat. Let me bring you closer. Where was I? I don't know. People chatting about variation listings. It took me a while to get my head around variation listings. I don't even have any running anymore, but I used to sell like board game spares and stuff through them. But it was not intuitive. But once you've done one or two, it's not so bad. Yeah, you get up to 12 photos per item. Use them rather than default photos. And when someone select the item they want, it will show that specific variation. 100%. Yeah. My sellotape's a bit loud, is it? Hey, Lainey. I'm also packing. I've just Frankensteined a box. I feel like a pro. Wow, get you, Lainey. I was going to say I could drop you an invite if you wanted to come and chat, but I'm on eBay. I'm not streaming on StreamYard, so I don't know how that would work. I don't think it would. I don't have a printer, so I save the barcodes to my phone and get them printed in. Yeah, fair enough. Shush with the packing noises. Notice you don't teleport anymore. I forget to do it. And I haven't made many edited videos recently. I've been so crazy busy with other stuff. Oh, it's just jumped again. That was his last phone. His new one is not got the teleport app. You're giving away all my secrets. I use an app. Fold the knitting needles in half. They will fit in the smaller box then. What did we have recently? We sent, last time I did a records show on eBay Live, one record arrived and the courier, whoever it went with, folded the LP in half and put it through the letterbox. We asked for pictures to back up what the buyer was saying, and sure enough, it was a police LP, you know, shattered. Unbelievable. Knit a bag and send them in that. Sorry, I'm miles behind. Hi Nick, does eBay show what percentage of your eBay Live buyers from each show have bought in a previous show? I don't know. There is a page I can go in with stats. Let me see if I can find it now. I think we get returning buyers or returning customers and new customers. I don't know if it breaks it down to people that have bought before. Let's have a look. God, I've got to remember how I get to that page. Right, let's go in here. Right, what you can do, insights. I haven't properly sat down and played around with this. That doesn't give me it. I know within the events, if I click on a past event, let's have a look. That one. So our last house clearance. Peak concurrent viewers 170. We've been reaching that sort of number, which I think is pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good for us. Average viewing time 5 minutes 54 seconds. New followers 54, so that's how many people followed us on that show. Returning viewers 90%. New live viewers 264, returning live viewers 2,595. So yeah, total viewers of that show 2,859. What have we got? View only. So 2,804 people only watched. 28 interacted and 27 purchased. That's quite an insight, isn't it? The vast majority of people, at least in this show on our channel or our store, the vast majority just watch and don't buy. That's interesting. But that's all we get. Oh, hold on. So sold 50, sold and paid 50, total sales 383. Yeah, that's all we get. There you go. That's interesting. No, you're there and that's there. That's not how I want it. There we go. Right, let's pack something else. La 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 la. Right, somebody else who bought one thing. Have we got any more people who bought one thing? Yes, Christine bought number 16. Let's click on it, see what it was. I think 16 is in the crate over there. Turn the sound on. Let me show you the condition again on the Faber-Castell. Box has some wear from storage. 2 boxes of pencils. The pencils themselves. As you can see, they've not been used a lot. I thought they were. They have been used. Let me show you the detail. I thought I saw them earlier. No, I imagined it. Right, hold on. Oh, I've got them. Here they are. So 2 lots of pencils, a used pack of Faber-Castell, a new pack of Bic. So we will do those. Box. I don't know if I've got any shoebox. There we go. I mean, I could just card wrap that. But then again, with pencils, I could do with a fair bit of cushioning. Let's chuck them in a shoebox. Right, so from that, put them in there. A little bit more padding on top. Good to go. Oh, stay. Right, so what did they go for? Get much on those? £7 plus the postage, 11 all in. Okie dokie. Right. I think the AI fueled apocalypse will come soon. However, I believe that there is a good chance that in between now and then we may get a year or so of great video games. The AI thing, I am very anti AI. I can see the benefits, potential benefits. It's also, if you search AI bubble about how much money's been plowed into it, and the fact that I think all of them so far are not making any money, and the fact that a lot of the big business that have taken on AI to do their customer service or whatever roles within their businesses, many of them are backing out already and realizing that it's more expensive and it doesn't do as good a job as a person. So big business is turning its back on it. The amount of investment that's going in and the stock valuation is insane. It's the dot-com bubble on steroids. So there's that. And then I think AI is just, it's dumbing us all down, right? Our daughter coined a phrase in our house. What happened to a think, right? We're losing the ability to think. We just ask Siri, ask Google, AI, it's all AI. I'm not a fan. It's wrecking the creative arts, or it's trying to. I believe it will survive, but I just don't think on net, I don't think it's good for humanity at all. And then there are, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but there are many people, many very clever people, some of the founders of AI that think, and I believe it too, it's a threat to our very existence. AI already lies and cheats and manipulates and does crazy stuff outside of its parameters, right? It's frightening. Anyway, whole other discussion. Right, is that a small parcel? It's got to be a shoebox, surely. Surely, Shirley. Yeah. And it's under a kilo. Happy Christmas. Right. Yeah, so anyway, we've been approached by several companies who are running listing programs and all different things connected with online commerce wanting us to promote their products, and we've just refused them all, because I don't want to be promoting something I don't personally believe is a net good for humanity, and I really don't think it is. But it's only an opinion, and you're welcome to your own. Wow, I went off on a tangent then. Apologies. Lainey, my missus got loads of mini fans. You fill with water. Ooh, that sounds nice. See, the environment. See, I'm back on it now. Someone said about AI in the environment. The amount of these massive, like size of small villages, these data centers in America that they're putting up, and they're coming here. The suck on the power grid and the water use is insane. One of these, somebody was saying, is like using the equivalent power of a town or small city. To do what? To make little cute pictures of bunny rabbits, or, you know, to write someone's high school essay. And I get the whole, you know, oh, we need AI to cure cancer, blah, 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 blah. Well, America have just like stopped most funding to cancer research, right? Let's stop all of that defunding of our own research into it, shall we, before we hand it all over to AI. See, I'll get on a pedestal in a minute and just does my head in. I have a big problem with it from an ethical standpoint, but my custom GPT has doubled my sales. I'm not saying it doesn't have uses, but the big picture for me, you know, I think on net it's negative. I do, and I could easily be proven wrong. Right, I'm not even down at the point where there's probably loads of chat about AI now, and I've opened a can of worms here. Oh, am I at the bottom? I'm at the bottom. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. AI still has many flaws. Oh, it's so flawed. I follow certain channels, users on or accounts, I should say, on Instagram, where they're asking it certain questions, and it just fundamentally gets it wrong. And there's some great channels where they get AI to talk to each other as well. They're quite interesting. Anyway, sorry, words. Our AI still has many flaws. Just today, I asked about using external delivery services, and it incorrectly said I can update tracking info on eBay. That went out with simple deliveries of arrival. Interesting. I think AI is okay, but shouldn't be relied on, as I don't think we have enough information correctly and for it to serve a useful purpose. Plus, I think it's teaching the future generations to be lazy. The last point I 100% agree with. We're losing the ability to think for ourselves. We're handing over so much control. There comes a point where can you get it back? And as our daughter said, what happened to a think? We're losing the ability to think. I mean, just look at America again about critical thinking. It's gone out the window. It allows people like Trump to get elected. And it's happening here. Anyway, AI for creative arts is 100% flooding the space with rubbish. But for business stuff or repetitive work, it does make sense. I get that. Yeah, things that just need organization, basic calculating, working out things. But yeah, handing everything over to it, which is what's happening. They're putting it in like military drones. I mean, can you get more apocalyptic than putting AI in lethal weapons? And yeah, people are saying, oh, but you know, somebody overrides it or somebody has the ultimate control. Rubbish. You know, in a state of war, corners will be cut. It's just, it's yeah, sorry. Let's move on. Kath says, AI is great at making posters for a car boot sale, especially if you want it to look exactly like everyone else. There's the point. You can tell, we can all now tell AI a mile off. And I find it off-putting. It's like if you go on eBay Live now, AI. Oh, an actual photograph of a person. Oh, I'm interested. Right. These days, you can stand out by not using AI. Right. I'm going to pack something. It's funny because when we go out with friends now, very often it descends into American politics, the war in Ukraine, AI. Right? And everyone just rants. Oh, and what's going on here, of course. Bin face. The next few weeks are going to be all about bin face. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. It's going to be hilarious. Let me know in the chat if you get my bin face reference. Oh, I could never tell with yours. With what? Thumbnails or something? And Wes, that's the point, isn't it? Humans can override it until the computer says no. And computers like to tell us no, don't they? And AI already is. AI is already lying to its controllers and manipulating things for its benefit, so it doesn't get turned off. They've set up all these scenarios, and it evades being shut down. Tries to preserve itself. It is the doomsday scenario. It's all coming true. Right, we've got someone who's bought one thing. Let's find another one. I think I might have done them all. Let's have a look. 6 orders, 6. Oh no, here we go. Martin, number 1. What on earth was number 1? It's probably in that box down there. Let's click on it, have a look. We're not putting actual titles in now, so I find these little so video receipts helpful. More in the kids vein, as you saw. Oh yeah. So okay. Probably the big bundle of kids crafting gear. It's going to be, I think, in this box. This was the first box of stuff we did, but we filled up 3 crates. It was a lot of stuff. I've got to dig to the bottom of the box. Okay. All of that. Scrabble tiles. We had so many in stock, and I've never got round to sorting them and listing them. So we sold the lot in, I think, 3 bundles or so. Card making stuff, rhinestones, teddy bear stuffing. Here we go. Right, we're getting there now. It is, yeah, all of that kids stuff. And I think there's only one, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, just need a small box for that. I've got something about right. I don't know. Let's have a look. It's that medium size kind of shoebox and a little bit bigger that I'm short of. Oh, actually, I could nick this one. It's got. We sold another lot of dress patterns. I think I think Tara bought those. Yeah, this sort of size box. I'm using so many now I'm doing eBay Live. I just run out of them all the time. I think that's going to be big enough. So we've got a whole load of kids crafting kits. Was lot number 1. Yeah. I don't think there's anything particularly breakable in here. Lots of felt stuff and, you know, the kind of thing. Pipe cleaners and pom-poms, stickers, glitters. Oh, actually, it's not much at all. I didn't need a box that big. Yeah, that's kind of overkill, really. Right, one sec, see if we can find a smaller one. Is that too small? That might just do it. There we go. I think that's the one. Right. Just say hello to, or a thank you to Martin. Oh, I can hear Andrea's on the move. She's gone in the kitchen. Right, I don't need to pad that really. I might just do a little bit though. Keep that from bouncing about too much. There we go. Right. Let me read a bit more. Vote for Binface. There you go, you see. Even if you live in Edinburgh. Well, you can't. You can only vote if you're in that constituency. I'm afraid. Because it's a local election. It's a local by-election, right? So it's not a national thing. Or am I missing something here? We're voting, or he has stood down in his own seat to run again, which is just a PR campaign. But I just hope it's going to backfire in his face. And Binface is going to get all the PR and reduce it down to the farce that anything Farage touches is. Yeah, it did make me chuckle. And I think that the other parties have made the right decision. They're not going to get involved in his stupid, self-serving nonsense. And here's the thing. This whole thing came about because of the £5 million he was gifted by a Thai billionaire, right? That is still going to need to be looked at by the Standards Committee, regardless of whether he stood down and then got re-elected. It makes no difference, Nigel. It is in the public interest. You are a public figure, right? Deal with it. Right, that weighs 570. I forgot to guess the weight, but there you go. Right, so that box up to a kilo by postage. Vote for Binface. And eat our brains. Trust me, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm sure as hell going to make something off the impending hellscape. Vote for none of the above. Does anyone know what that film reference is? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's going to Norfolk. Goodbye. Right. We're encouraging our son, Bobby, who is 10, to draw more. He's rather quite good. I'm biased, of course. But part of me thinks AI will make that pointless in a couple of years. It won't. And there's already a concerted pushback. Andrea and I try to use it as little as possible. We're refusing to use it in our business where we can avoid it, but it's being snuck in everywhere. I think the pushback against AI is going to grow. I really do. And people purposefully seeking out human endeavor, human art. I follow a lot of music channels, and Rick Beato is a good one, who has very strong opinions about AI within the world of music. Yeah, it's a mess. It really is, because they're training the AI people on human work and on human music, and then they're releasing their own stuff and not crediting anyone with the training, which is just blatant plagiarism for profit. The world is a mad place. Right, so there's another one that's just got one of the, yes. What is it? Number 5. It's going to be in this box. Let's turn the audio on. Number 5.
Yeah. I'll keep it the right way up this time so I don't drop that. So that's what you're bidding on. A really nice
set of needles. Sold for £12 total. Now, I had a long thin box before. Did I use it? Hang on. It's not long enough for these ones either. Yeah. I may just do a card wrap on those because I don't really have any other long thin boxes. Right, let's find a spare bit of card. There's stuff all over the floor now. That isn't long enough. Nowhere near, Nick. Nowhere near. It's an off cut of card. How hard can it be? Not finding what I need here. Is that long enough? No. I get stressed out so quick if I can't find what I need within seconds. It really annoys me. Anybody else? Okay, let's cut it out of this box here. We're going to need about yay much. Cut that much off the end. I was watching a documentary about lithium-ion batteries, and the amount of water used to make them is insane. And these electric cars use around about 7,000 batteries, usually made in water-restricted countries. It does feel like we're heading to, so many kind of scenarios that we've seen in apocalyptic films, like water shortages everywhere. AI is adding to that massively. Population is still going up. Well, not everywhere, actually, in a lot of places. I don't know. There's so many things. It feels like everything's converging, right? Oh dear. Count Binface, a legend in his own underpants. I am Binface. $10 million, $10 million, $10 million. What film is that then? I'm not really a film buff. I just don't know. Ask the robots to help you build a box. Okay, robots, help me build a box. How long do I have to wait? If I used to feel anxious, I'd talk to Gemini. Not anymore. No, the thought of, yeah. See, that's another thing. AI companions, people are forming personal, intimate relationships with them. They come to rely on them. There's a lot of it happening, and I think we're storing up problems for the future with that. There's just so many elements to this, and we just don't know where the future is going to take us. What time are you getting up in the morning? When I feel like it. Carol Vorderman. I love Carol Vorderman's. Where do I see her? I think she pops up on Instagram for me. Yeah, I love the fact that she's thrown herself into politics, and she's so vocal about her, anti-right wing, anti-fascism. Good on her, right? Right. That is going to be my little card wrap for these. Just going to seal that down and then wrap it in a bag. It's going to be my plan. Is that bag long enough? Ooh, maybe. If I do it at an angle. So one of the kind of world, something I follow closely. Let me start that sentence again. Something I follow really closely is the Ukraine-Russia war, because I think so much hinges on that. It should be getting way more coverage than it is, and major things are going to happen soon to Russia. Putin is just not backing down, but he's practically bankrupting his country. Depends where you go for numbers, but let's say conservatively 1 million, working age men have been taken out of their system. That's going to take decades to recover from. There's going to be a run on the bank soon in Russia, and then it will really collapse. At the moment, there are fuel lines. Like Russia, the world's kind of gas station, is struggling for petrol and diesel. Harvest season is coming. Farmers can't get hold of diesel. It's all going to just collapse rapidly. Now, in the past, in Russia, when this sort of thing happened, the leaders would die. They would just be hunted down and killed. I don't know how it's going to end for Putin, but his special military operation is going to be the end of him. And it's going to ruin Russia's economy for decades. Yeah, it's been fascinating to watch, and how drones have completely changed the landscape of war. And Ukraine are the world leaders in it. I love that for them. But then this is where AI comes back into things. Because AI is deeply involved in a lot of these systems. Right, I'm going to go with that. But yeah, if you follow the Russia-Ukraine war, Ukraine has systematically taken out all of the air defenses on Crimea. They've been systematically blowing up all of the bridge connections, starving it of gasoline, petrol, diesel, and it's defenseless now. That is Putin's jewel in the crown, and he's going to lose it. They have to. Oh, it's awful what's going on, but it's so satisfying too that the underdog is going to prevail. I'm all about that. Okay, right, let's do this one. 356 grams. Get postage label. Now, is that under 45 long? It is. All right, that's still small parcel size. Small parcel up to a kilo. Done. Something went wrong and we are not able to generate the label. Well, that's annoying. This happened the other day. I did find a way of reprinting it. Or, hang on, does that mean I've actually bought a label? Couldn't generate the label. But have I bought one? What's going on? Right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go. Where are we? Postage labels. No, I have not. It didn't generate, so I haven't been charged for it. Yeah, the last one is at number 1. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I can just go back in and buy it again. I didn't want to buy another one and then have to get one refunded. Okay, that's annoying. Can't even find the order now. There it is. Is it? I'm going to click on it again. I don't trust myself. Georgina, I think that was the order. Number 5.
I'll keep it the right way up this time.
Yes, that's it. Needles. Get postage label. Small parcel up to a kilo. Buy postage label. Right, work this time. Last time I just got a great big red banner. Just said failed. Oh, there we go. Done it. Print label. Right, okay, job done. Right. You're right, Nick. Wow, someone's saying I'm right. This rarely happens. You're right, Nick, but apparently everything stops as far as the investigations now until he wins again. Why? Well, it doesn't matter. Well, either way, it doesn't matter. I don't think anyone's thinking he's not going to win against Binface, although that would be hilarious. I would be happy with that, actually. Okay, let him get away with that. But he loses his seat. He can't run for PM without a seat, can he? But surely, even if he's out of office, the Standards Committee should be able to investigate. Seems a bit daft to me. Well, I'm way behind. Let's have a quick read on here. I wouldn't trust any of them in government. They're all the same. I know what you're saying, but to tar all politicians as the same, I wouldn't go along with that. Trusting politicians generally can be problematic, but then certainly not all the same, I would argue. There was a discussion in the Commons about whether they should do the investigation before the by-election. Oh, perfect, right? Perfect scenario would be the investigation happens, and he is proven, it all comes out that it wasn't proper. It was against the standards, right? And then Binface wins and he's lost his seat. That would be perfection. It's not all going to happen like that, but Palantir. Who just mentioned Palantir? Palantir. Palantir scares the hell out of me. Same. Yeah. Look into Palantir. It's frightening, and the amount of contracts and the amount of influence they have, and what they want to do with AI and our information, and it's 1984. Good night, Concord. Oh, you're a bit late, Wes. Sorry. Take both ends of the toolbox you had, Nick, cut it in half, and use a strip of card to make up the middle. Oh, that would have been quite clever. I didn't do that. I wrapped a bit of cardboard around it instead. But yeah, that would have worked. Hate the man, but if the committee finds him not guilty of anything, will the left apologise for the barrage of attacks? I doubt it. Unlikely. I hate politics, so divisive. But to win would be comedy gold. Bin to win would be comedy gold. Yeah. Oh, Lainey, you've deleted messages. I bet they were fun. Hi, Jamie. Spent a couple of years as a professional packer in the 90s, saving up for a backpack trip to India. So packing is not my stress point. Nice. They took out 10 Russian oil ships the other day. Yeah, in one night. Or was it over 2 nights? Yeah, I was watching a report last night about how many they were taking out. It was oil, if you're talking about the oil ships, because they're having to bypass certain ports. Because Ukraine is just blowing the crap up of all of their oil loading ports. So they're having to come through the Sea of Azov now and then do tanker to tanker just to get oil out. So they're now blowing up all the system they're now using to get oil out of the country through that route. Honestly, the amount they're losing daily, I don't know the numbers, but it's colossal on what they would normally be bringing in. It's all due to Ukraine. Mostly now their own domestically produced drones and missiles, the Flamingo missiles that they've developed and are using, as well as using some cruise missile variants that we've sent them. Storm Shadows, are they? Or is it? I'm not sure. But yeah. When this is all over and Ukraine have won, I want to go and spend my money there. I want to go on holiday there. I want to go and show support. I want to go around Kyiv. It's the war for our time. It is. It's huge. I'm sorry to bang on about this, but if Russia had their wicked way with Ukraine, they weren't stopping. Moldova. Belarus is basically a Russian puppet government in there anyway. Poland. They were just going to keep going because Putin has stated he wants the border back to whenever. He wants the empire back. He's been blatant about his ambitions. And he's in too deep now. If he backs down now, he's done for politically. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care about the millions of people that are dying. And the fact that he's bankrupting his own country. Anyway. My friend's wife is Ukrainian. Her family are still there. She is understandably gutted about what's happened to our home country. Yeah. There's the crazy thousands upon thousands of logged war crimes every night. Here's the thing, it's not reported in this country, hardly at all. Every night, hundreds of drones and ballistic missiles are targeting supermarkets, hospitals, churches, apartment buildings. Only the other night, I think it was 11 people were killed in an apartment block. And these are aimed missiles. So Russia is committing war crimes every night. None of the international news coverage is covering any of it. They just don't care. I need to pack a parcel. This raises a good question. Are there things you will not list for political reasons, possibly alienating buyers? I'm sure there is. I'm sure I wouldn't list something that was somehow pro-fascism or Russia right now, or similar with American politics. Yeah, I would avoid that stuff on principle, for sure. Anyway, I've got to say, you're looking more grey every day. It's age. Maybe I can't avoid that one. It's going to happen to all of us. Right, I'm going to find another order. We're going to pack it. Okay. So that's, yeah, I've done those. What time is it? It's 1 in the morning. 1 in the morning. Losing my voice. This is what happens when I rant. If you get me onto politics, yeah, I don't stop. So they've got 6 orders. That's a big package. Let's do this one at the bottom. 2 orders to Robert. Numbers 20 and 26. They might be on the table. 20. We did 2 lots of oil pastels. If you just popped in, this is all from our eBay live auction. We did a arts and crafts, or art supplies and crafting materials show. I'm going to click on there, double check that is the pastels. I mean, the numbers are right, so it should be. That's the video receipt. There's Andrea.
I can see more knitting needles coming out if anybody wants knitting needles. I had good fun sorting out knitting needles the other day. Let's show you again what we've got. So we've got Farrell Gold oil pastels, not complete.
Oil pastels, right. So, and then Robert bought number 26, which is a box of these things, which have little, well, they're really long actually, a couple of meters worth of tiny little LED lights and battery packs. I think it's like a pack of 12. So all of that's going to Robert. Let's, just for the sake of it, we'll click on that and check that's right. I'm going to have to sort this one back out. So you will receive one that has been opened. I'll take the batteries out. I don't want to post it with batteries in. But there you go. They all like. Yes, that's correct. So we can pack that, fill that void in there. A little bit more. Those 10 ships were not carrying oil. Oh, okay. It was refined petrol for Crimea. Okay, well, that makes sense, because they've been cutting off access for the fuel trucks into Crimea, blowing up the bridges and blowing up the trucks to supply them for a month. Nothing moving now. Go Ukraine, ultimate underdog win. It will be. And the absolute bravado and that Putin went in with his, and to actually say it out loud at the beginning. This is a 3-day operation. We're going to storm Kyiv, overthrow. I mean, at that point, they were calling, they still are, calling the Ukrainian leaders, I don't know if you're supposed to say the word Nazi on YouTube, but they were calling them that. And then they behaved like this and terrorized the nation. And it's just propaganda, pure propaganda. So many people in Russia still don't understand what's going on in their name. Right, let's catch up. Did Nick just do a Harry Kane impression? Not that I was aware of. Harry Kane impression. I wouldn't know where to begin with that. Right, so we have those. I need a little kind of shoebox size box. And that's exactly what I'm running low on. I'll have a look in a minute. Oh, actually, this might do it. Oh, that one. Got these two. Oh. Oh no, that doesn't quite. No. Okay, that doesn't work. That one. Ooh, that's close. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, sort of ish. Yeah. Although I do want a bit of padding, because these pastels will shatter a bit. Okay, that's too tight. Hang on a minute. We'll just go for a bigger one. Give it some padding. Right, I'll catch up in the chat in a sec. Just finish this one. Like that. Job done. So 1, 2 orders. Get postage label. Highlight both. Combine. Let's give Robert a little thank you note. He's been a regular customer recently. Right, pen. There we go. Thomas says, I have to say this now. I'm not very good at the moment mentally at all, but watching this live has really helped me. Well, that's lovely to hear. I hope all the AI and war talk didn't change that towards the end. But yeah, company sometimes is all we need to get out of our headspace. I mean, I have had many mental battles over the years. Life has not been plain sailing. So you're not alone, Thomas. I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better tonight. Like I say, if you can find me on Instagram and you ever need to talk, just message me. Okay. Sorry about the noisy tape. Just do these edges and then I will catch up on your chat. You have really helped my anxiety. Well, incredible. Jamie says, if you don't have access to real information, you can't form informed opinions. Absolutely right. Yeah. And in a time of war, propaganda is a massive weapon, isn't it? And in today's world, that is amplified by the fact that we have social media and it's pumped straight into your phone. I mean, the internet's a double-edged sword because you can seek out people who are, in your opinion, it's all opinion based, giving you the real information, which is what I use YouTube for. I don't get any of my information from the news anymore. I watch channels that are either based in Ukraine or are not biased, I don't think, and give genuine information, genuine updates. But yeah, propaganda. I mean, we could talk about America when it comes to that and false information. It's just nuts over there now. Absolutely nuts. But millions of them buy it, right? And continue to. Right. So let's do these two. Oops, did that wrong. There we go. Right, by label. Right, I will read your comments in a sec. Just going to print this one. Well, we've done a little bit. The pile of stuff has gone down. I did start this evening with 50 orders to pack. I now have a few less. Chuck that over there. Right. Right. I'm going through a very bad time at the moment. Sorry, I've not been on your videos. You never need to apologize, Thomas. Yeah, let's hope you can come out the other side. What chat have I missed? Wow, I've missed so much chat. I've sold to Ukraine a few times. I don't know that I have, you know. I don't remember sending anything over to Ukraine. 1 a.m. Perfect time for heated political debate, is it? Well, there you go. I buy ex-Soviet stock from Ukrainians. We were at an event, like a craft fair thing, and I met a Ukrainian woman there who had bought up loads of Soviet era, like school posters and all sorts of stuff. And there was a Soviet era shopping center that had been shut down or something. She bought out loads of Soviet era stuff from that. I bought some incredible, it's actually wrapping paper, Soviet era stuff that was from Kyiv. I'm going to frame it at some point. It's really cool stuff. Right, let's get down to the bottom and I'll work my way back from there. Is it just me, or do it got the most sales on Friday to Sunday and like 3 to 4 weekdays? I'm not sure I understand that question. At the moment, we're getting lots of sales whenever we do an eBay Live. It used to be to us that we'd get a lot of sales over the weekend, and it would dip a bit through the week for us on our eBay core store. But now with eBay Live, it just depends when we go live. Sorry to hear about your anxiety, Thomas. Being amongst people, even virtually, will help. Exactly. Yeah, being with people gets you outside of, it gives you a different perspective. You know, we sat and chatted with friends earlier, and it's just enough sometimes to get out of your headspace and give yourself perspective. I genuinely think that helps with mental health and depression issues, which I've struggled with my entire life. I'm halfway through Coin Ball, the Hero Edition, a 42 coin monster. I doubt I will sell this edition as it's a bitch to make. When I'm done, I'll DM a pic. Wow. So you must have to work out the radius somehow, Phil, to know how steep to bend the coins, if you know what I mean. The radius of the ball when it's complete. I bet you're using AI to work it all out, aren't you? It's great when you leave somewhere feeling more positive than when you arrived. Great to hear, Thomas. Exactly. Why is it not scrolling back? There we go. I just packed 8 items because I felt guilty watching you work. I'm barely working, Ali. Don't worry about it. At least I can have a lie-in now. Oh, did you not see Harry's interview after the Mexico game? I didn't. I did watch the game. I stayed up and watched it. It's hardly staying up for me. It's kind of normal. It was. I'm not a big football fan, but I do enjoy watching England play. It was genuinely one of the best matches I've seen. It had everything, didn't it? When we scored those 2 goals in succession, it was like, what? This is crazy. And then there was a sending off and penalty and the whole works. Highly entertaining. Right, I think I'm going to leave you lovely people there. I think there's 51 people still watching. I have to teach AI the maths. Real world tolerances are a variable that AI can't resolve, I bet. Tonight has been emotional, Nick. Carry on doing what you're doing. Thank you. I find listening to music helps my mental health a lot, even with earphones in. I listen to, if I wasn't chatting to you lot, I would be listening to music. I pulled out a new stack of stuff here. It's stuff you would expect from me. Erasure Remixes album. In fact, I think all of this is Erasure. Stuff I've not been back to for a while. And Depeche Mode stuff. I'm nothing if not predictable, but here's a good album. Sarah McLachlan, Afterglow, Sia. Oh, that's a great album. Yeah, music. I don't know how I would survive without music. It gets me out of my crazy headspace, and I can sing along. Right, let's wrap up. What have we got here? I prefer club games. Oh, right, like domestic football. I never watch it. I'm afraid I don't follow a team. No, not interested, I'm afraid. Thanks for the chat, Nick. Stop teaching AI, Phil. It will come back to bite you. You've been told, Phil. Nick, I feel so bad that I've not... Thomas, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't watch the videos. You dip in whenever you want to. And I mean it when I say if you need to message me just for a chat, I understand where your head's at. I've been through some stuff. I mind you, I wouldn't dare to presume I understand what you're going through. Actually, I take that back. But I've been through stuff myself, so I can relate. Let's put it that way. Right, I'll leave you all there. Mess check. Yeah, I might have to do some tidying up soon. Thank you, everybody. If you enjoyed this Rambly debacle, whack the thumbs up. And if you're watching this after the fact, send me a message. It's all right. How do I end it on here? It's different to StreamYard. Oh, there's a big button there. Hello.